An attack on a school is a parent's worst nightmare, but it's a nightmare law enforcement agencies are trying to be more prepared for.
This week, Western Slope law enforcement officers are learning skills they hope they'll never need. KJCT News 8's Courtney Jones was in Delta for today's class and joins us now live. Courtney?
A Homeland Security grant has given agencies from 6 southwestern counties a chance to train with an expert on anti-terrorism and active shooter scenario. For the next 2 days, these officers will practice tactical and communication skills that could help them save lives if the worst ever happens here. An expert in anti-terrorism techniques is teaching officers how to handle what's called an active shooter scenario.
We learn how to work in teams to prepare a plan of action and immediately intervene in the event of an active shooter or terrorist attack on a public place like a mall or a school. How to shoot the bad guys within a crowd without hitting anybody in the foreground or background, so it's advanced marksmanship. How to use tactics and communication to coordinate evacuation and rescue of injured people and victims and bystanders.
Since Columbine, more officers are being trained on what were once considered specialized skills.
We no longer wait for SWAT teams to show up. Officers individually will respond, and they will immediately address the active shooter if that's the scenario.
In a real active shooter situation, communication between officers and agencies is paramount.
Schools are very large, and there's a huge amount of people involved. It's a very big challenge for officers responding to the scene.
This training scenario is about an attack at a school, but once honed, these skills could help officers respond anywhere.
The level of threat nationwide has risen, and we always like to stay on our toes, be prepared, be trained.
In Delta, Courtney Jones, KJCT News 8.
The training will continue at Delta High School through Wednesday. This is part of a long-term training program for peace officers in Montrose, Delta, Hinsdale, Gunnison, and Ouray counties. It is paid for by a Homeland Security grant.